Good morning everybody, it's Gary, no more Mr. Fat Guy, and today is Tuesday the 3rd of February, unbelievable, the 3rd of February already, and I'm just about 8Ks, just over 8Ks into what's turning into a 10K session. I say turning into because when I got up this morning I was full of beans, and I'm thinking in the time that I had available, and just a note on that really, I've got a certain amount of time in the morning. I'll get up early, despite getting up at 3:30 and heading out. I still need to limit the amount of time because I need to get back, get ready for work, get to work nice and early, get some work done, you know, etc, 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 and then still be back in time for an evening session tonight. So I was thinking I'd be holding a pace that would allow me to do 15, maybe 20 kilometers, and what's happened is that we were holding out for about 3Ks, and then basically the wheels fell off. No, it's just the humidity and tiredness really started to kick in. Really started to struggle with the heaviness. We've had thunderstorms overnight, which didn't help with the tiredness either, but yeah, there was just this real heaviness and humidity in the air, which didn't help at all. As I've been walking along, getting despondent about finishing off a 10K run, as actually 3K run and 7K walk. I have to keep reminding myself that 2 days ago I had a 39K day with quite a bit of running in there, and a week ago I had a 90K weekend. Now that's not to say, I mean, when you think about what I'm intending to do later this year is to do 50Ks a day, 300Ks a week, you kind of go, well, you need to be able to suck this kind of thing up and get on with it. The fact is that most of the trip across Australia is going to be walked. Walking is absolutely fine. It's throwing in the running, doing the running, to try and make cut off ultra events and stuff like that. It just naturally you're putting in more effort than just walking. I mean, it's to be expected, and it's pushing boundaries, and it's making sure that my system is not just falling into a comfort zone. So that's all good. It all makes sense logically and intellectually. The fact is I'm doing all these things at the moment, and in between I'm doing everything else. I'm doing like work and just having to take care of bills and day-to-day responsibilities. And at the end of the day, once we hit the road in May, that's it. That's a full-time job. That's full-time existence for about 18 weeks. Is just basically covering 50Ks a day on average, 300Ks a week on average, and really concentrating on just walking, running, sleeping, eating. So it's all good. It's just that the morning hasn't panned out quite the way that I was hoping to. But that's good. Basically I've got very, very tired legs. But at the same time, I mean, yesterday I was quite amazed that, given that everything that's been done in the last couple of days and the last week and a bit, that they're actually incredibly not sore. You kind of after the event on Sunday. I mean, basically I walked about 4.5Ks back into Perth to get the bus, and that's okay. And there's a bit of stiffening up and a bit of soreness there. Sunday afternoon I went out, and basically as I was walking along there's a bit of stiffness and soreness there, and really woke up yesterday on Monday without too much of an issue, and I've woken up again this morning without too much of an issue. So the soreness isn't there, it's just the tiredness because of use really, and there's almost a bit of a dead leg feeling at the moment as I'm walking along, because the legs are just going like we're tired. But I think overall, obviously the brain's quite tired as well, which is why I'm rambling and being a little bit incoherent at times. But yeah, I think overall it's really, really quite positive, really, really good that I'm doing stuff like, I'm just not even thinking about the idea of walking 20Ks or 24Ks to an event. It's just mentally that's become a bit of a norm. And on that subject, we've actually got plans for this weekend, which is now got over the 4 days of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're going to get a total of 150Ks in. That's going to be the biggest weekend so far, and that's going to put it at about the kind of distance per day that is probably going to need to average probably just under what we need to average to actually make this crossing in the allocated time. Some really two key components to getting that amount of time and distance in is that on Friday I'm going to walk to work and then walk back again. Not immediately. I'm obviously going to put in my 7.5 hours at the desk in between, and then Saturday we're going to set out at about 8 p.m. and basically keep going, just basically walk through the night. We're going to cover probably about 50 k's. We're going to basically go from 8 p.m. through till 6 a.m. Now this does a couple of things. Is it, first of all, it takes me out of the heat of the day for doing that kind of that amount of time and distance on foot, but it'll also be good practice because the ultra event at the end of this month is a dusk till dawn, so we'll actually be running about 17 times around a 3k trail loop, so we'll be doing that through the night, so it'll be good practice to actually just go and walk through the night. This will be very interesting. I haven't decided where I'm going to walk to yet. I'm thinking I'll maybe walk down to Fremantle and then along the coast or something like that. It's going to be interesting to see, given it'll be a Saturday night, it'll be interesting to see some of the sights that you maybe see along the way between, 8 till, most people, a lot of people they're out between 8 and 6 on a Saturday night will not be walking with a backpack. They'll be, they'll be going from pub to pub to pub. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, some of the sights I imagine, and the contrast will be pretty stark, but it'll be a good experience. And as I say, we rack up a total of 150 k's in 4 days will also be another milestone. So that'll be that'll just be an excellent major step forward in this whole process. What else is happening? Basically, the food and training are generally going okay, on track, and I'm clearly fueling enough. I've got the energy. When I did the last couple of big ones that I've done, I've been using Tailwind Nutrition. Tailwind Nutrition has proven to be everything that it claims to be. It's I add it to my backpack, to the bladder, like the water bladder on the backpack. It dissolves quickly. It's got a pleasant taste. It's not overpowering. It's not sickly sweet, and clearly it's keeping me going. So obviously the carb content, the energy content, and the electrolytes in there are, I've not been supplementing with anything else apart from on the Australia Day Ultra, where once the sun was up, I was grabbing everything I could from the aid stations in terms of liquids and food. But yeah, like Sunday, it was just a 3 litre bladder with Tailwind on board, and it did the trick. It's it literally just does everything it says or everything it claims to do. So that's been a great product to try, and one that I'll be persisting with. The lack of soreness and the lack of blisters, to be honest, I've got to put that down to light feet socks and Hoka Stinson lights. So, and in fact all three of these, like the Tailwind, the light feet and the Hokas, that's all down to Murray and the team at Run West, and it's probably one of the best things that I've done is talking to those guys, and one of the best things that's happened to me is having them come on board as part of the team. Because realistically, I think if I was still in the shoes I was wearing before and the socks I was wearing before, I'd have very, very sore feet. I'd have a ton of blisters, and like I said, I've had none. I've had none in all the Ks that I'm doing. I would be taking longer to recover. My legs would be far more sore than they are. I think my hips would be showing greater signs of impact. So look, I cannot praise it highly enough. The combination of the Hokas, the light feet socks, and the Tailwind Nutrition have proven themselves consistently. So very happy with that. Great to have you guys on board, and telling everybody that I can, because not that I get any kickbacks or anything, but just simply because they're great products. They're great. They've proven to be great for me. Other news, I don't know if we've got any, to be honest. I'll probably think of a whole load after I stop this video. Obviously the fundraising is still there. We've got Aussie Beach TV, who are the official media partner, so Marcus is going to be there feeding video back to Aussie Beach TV headquarters, and hopefully we'll be able to pump out like a daily video show, just to, you know, so that people anywhere can keep track of the journey and to probably witness meltdowns and whatever else happens along the way, you know. So that's fantastic. That's going to be a really great addition to the entire setup. It's going to enable everybody that's got an interest in this to actually follow pretty closely. I'm not sure if there's too much else to say at the moment, apart from really thanks to everybody for their continued support. Thanks for everybody that's sharing all the information and telling their friends and associates and colleagues about what we're doing. Please continue to do that. Please share the Facebook page, the website, heartsacrossaustralia.com. Please share the funding site, the gofundme.com/HAA 2015. We're still basically in the game for raising as many dollars as we can to fund this thing. The actual fundraiser component for the Heart Foundation will kick in once we're on the, you know, basically when we're on the road. We'll be doing some massive fundraising events, you know, trying to engage people across the entire country, promoting the message and also raising those dollars. But in order to make that happen, we obviously need vehicle, support crew, supplies, and you know, the reality of the world is that these things aren't free. So if you are able to support the cause, then please do, to help make this the most successful event that it can be. If you happen to have a really nice RV that you want to donate to the cause for 4 months, if you happen to be somebody that can supply some good quality fresh food you know, along the way, if you happen to be somebody that can assist with fuel costs, if you happen to be somebody that can assist with any aspects really, then or even if you just feel that you want to help and be involved, and I'm not sure how, then just get in touch and let us know, because we'll find something, and it'll all be very much appreciated. So on that note, I think I'll just finish the last couple of Ks of this walk, and I'll speak to you all online again very soon. Cheers now, bye.